Hello, my name is Erin Goodwin from the University of St. Augustine. I'm an occupational therapy student, and I'm here today to speak to you about Alfonso. Now, our client Alfonso, I'll just jump right in. The model I'm using to base our therapy around is MOHO to address his lack of volition, and the frame of reference is the behavioral frame of reference in order to address some negative behaviors that seem to be holding him back. And so hopefully we can address these behaviors and re-engage him into a structured routine. Now, Alfonso's long-term goal is getting a place of his own, and his strengths are his insight. He has very good insight to his goals and his struggles. He's very aware of what he needs to do to accomplish his goals. And he values his relationship with his mother. He desires to improve his IADL abilities. He wants to improve his chores, start doing his laundry and cleaning. His needs are he lacks hobbies, while a strength of his is that he priorly did engage in activities such as the harmonica, and he wants to start doing that again. As of right now, he lacks hobbies. He lacks good sleep hygiene. He lacks routine. He lacks symptom management, and he lacks coping strategies. Now, lacking the coping strategies and lacking the symptom management is what directly correlates with his poor sleep hygiene. The voices that he's hearing are keeping him up late and not allowing him to have adequate sleep. His resources are the ACT team, a psychiatrist, case manager, peer specialist, and a nurse are included within that team. His relationship with his mother, as I mentioned, that's a resource. He has access to public transportation. There's a bus stop and nearby, and the Housing First program through the ACT team is a resource that he desires to take advantage of, hence his long-term goal. His barriers are the negative symptoms of psychosis, lack of motivation, hearing voices. Marijuana use is a questionable barrier, while his mother seems to believe that he is using again. He states that he is not, so that is why I mentioned that one is questionable. He lacks transportation, and he lacks an independent living situation. Due to those two barriers, he is reliant on other people for many things involving his living, inhibiting him from being independent. His short-term goal is Alfonso will create a list and schedule of chores with minimum verbal cues to improve IADLs and prepare for independent living within the end of the next session. I would like to further assess Alfonso using the AMPS and COPM assessments. The AMPS so that we as therapists can assess and evaluate his performance in the IADLs that we mentioned, and the COPM so that we can assess what Alfonso's perceived, how he perceives his performances and his overall satisfaction with his actual performance in these tasks. The actions and interventions we'll take is psychoeducation so that he can be mindful and manage his symptoms, a task breakdown analysis so that we can encourage the participation in these chores and avoid Alfonso just becoming completely overwhelmed. So hopefully breaking down those tasks will help that. Help him just know where to start. And a follow-up, we need to follow up with a psychiatrist regarding these symptoms I managed, follow up with the ACT team regarding the housing program. We can find out what steps we need to take next with Alfonso. And finally, the overall outcome is the improvement in IADLs that I hope to be reflected in those two assessments I mentioned, AMPS and COPM.